Chelsea's Boo Boys will be back out in force for Benitez again as the Blues take on West Ham. Plus, Harry's in the hot seat at QPR and England's rugby team face the mighty All Blacks. Well, with me today is BetDAQ's Trevor Dunn. Trevor, thanks very much indeed for joining us today. Let's start with the football and West Ham against Chelsea. A trip across town might be just what Benitez needs to get away from the Stamford Bridge crowd.
He really has to keep those fans happy at the moment. He's under severe pressure. No goals, no wins, no goals. And it's times like this where you need the inspiration of players like John Terry or Frank Lampard or even Didier Drogba back to get his head to something, put the ball in the back of the net. Fernando Torres, he's played, 10 hours and 49 minutes of football without scoring a goal. And if he's pledging his faith in him, I don't know what it says. On the coupons this week, you'll see Chelsea odds on for this match. Now, West Ham haven't got a bad home record.
I was going to say, that early Robin Van Persie goal against Man United during the week, they then held out for 89 minutes. I mean, can they do the same against Chelsea? Yeah,
well, Alex Ferguson said they're a very well-organised side, and they are an organised side, even though they were outclassed last Sunday against Tottenham. They'll come to this now. Andy Carroll playing. He played 2 great matches against Chelsea last year. He's got his first goal last week, and he has a bit of a. They normally follow it up, don't they? These strikers.
Where are we going to get the money on this one then? In terms of where's the smart money going?
The smart money going is a drift of Chelsea from odds on to slight evens with BetDAQ.
Okay.
People will look at this game and say, "Oh no, listen, I couldn't back Chelsea at that price." And you see. So at the moment, they've been drifting steadily. Right. I know the matches only ended last night and the new prices are out, but we've noticed a slight drift, and I think they'll drift even more as the media speculation goes against Chelsea.
Okay, let's move on to QPR Villa then. An interesting one. This Harry clearly in the hot seat, and there's talk of that he's after even the Villa outcast Darren Bent. 2 didn't actually get on while they were at Spurs, though, did they?
Well, that was a funny. He made a funny statement in 2009 when Darren Bent missed from 6 yards. Do you remember that against Portsmouth to win the match? And Darren Bent watched the match against Reading in the stands. Yeah. £24 million striker. He can't even get on the team. So yeah, but I mean, Harry Redknapp, it seems to be the managers this week, these matches,
Exactly.
It's all about, like, Harry Redknapp, they haven't won at home, they haven't won this season. He'll be desperate to get points.
I mean, Villa are now out of the drop zone for the moment.
Yeah.
So Harry has to get these 3 points at the weekend. A home game.
He has to get the 3 points this weekend. There's absolutely no doubt about that. This is the kind of match that he has to win.
Okay, so where's the betting money going? I mean,
there's a betting going money, but first of all, Queen's Park Rangers, I mean, Zamora is injured. Where are the goals going to come from? They've scored 10 goals this season. Aston Villa have only scored 11 goals this season. So the market now, just looking at this morning, under 2.5 goals, there's been a small few quid for that early. And I can imagine that anything from 1.8, 4 to 5 on BetDAQ and better, I think under 2.5 goals is the market people will head for there.
So a tight game.
A tight game.
But which way is the market going in terms of who's going to win it?
Who's going to win it? Well, Queen's Park Rangers they're trading about 11 to 10 with us, 208, 210. I think people will head for Harry because he's been motivating the players and the media and the fans, and they love him anyway. So we'll have a better grip of the fans than, say, Rafael Benitez will. So I think people will head for Queen's Park Rangers, but I wouldn't be backing them at that price.
So people going with their belief rather than anything else.
Exactly.
Let's have a quick look at some of the other weekend fixtures. You've got a couple of games where you've picked out where you think some interesting bets.
Well, I'm a big fan of West Brom.
Join the gang.
Join the gang is right. Yeah, I mean 6 out of 7 home wins. I'm very impressed with Shane Long, and he's a great manager, Steve Clarke. I know
well, he's proving to be.
He's proving to be a good manager, But I mean, last night I know they got beaten by Swansea, but Swansea played like Barcelona last night. It's a hard place to go and win. Yeah. But I fancy West Brom myself to get back on winning tracks against Stoke, who haven't. They're good at home, Stoke, but they haven't won away all season.
The other one you want to look at is Newcastle Wigan.
Newcastle Wigan on Monday night. Well, here we are again. It's all about the managers again. I mean, Alan Pardew he's just signed that contract,
20-year contract,
20-year whatever for many million. He must be under huge pressure at the moment. He's lost Stephen Taylor, Cabaye, Ben Arfa's out, and 4 successive losses.
Wigan beginning to do what they normally do at the end of the season. They actually look a bit organised, don't they?
Yeah, they're an organised little bunch. That match could go. I'd rather back West Brom at around the even money chance.
Right.
Than Newcastle at evens. They're both in and around the same price, but I wouldn't like to be with Newcastle at the moment. I'd stay with West Brom.
OK, let's move on from the football to changing the shape of the ball to the rugby. Can England stop New Zealand's 20-test unbeaten run? Dan Carter's back. I mean, he missed last week. What is it, the money on this? 1-9 on New Zealand? I mean,
yeah. Well,
let's go result first.
Yeah.
Is there any money saying England can win this?
Well, they're 8-1 on, 1.12 on BetDAQ. You can back England at 9-1 with us. I mean, their unbeaten run, New Zealand, stretches back to August 2011.
I think what you're saying is no.
No. I mean, the handicap is the one that the punters, I think, will go for.
Right, so this is where they score more.
Yeah.
Okay.
Plus 16.5. So giving England a 16.5 point lead.
Yeah.
There's slight odds on at 10-11, but I don't know. I'm not sure at the moment. I'm not sure.
So somebody could make a killing.
Somebody could make a killing, but
because let's remember, England against South Africa. If they got it slightly different, I was there. I watched it. Couldn't believe what was going on with that decision at the end. If they kicked a touch, scored a try, won the game, this would be a very different betting market.
Yeah, but not now.
OK, so clear New Zealand win is what the betting market is saying.
Is what the betting market is saying.
And by 16 plus.
To make it, achievable for a punter to have a bet at around the even money mark, I wouldn't be back in England with a 16.5 point lead against New Zealand at the moment.
So if you've got a fiver, it might be worth putting on England.
Yeah, well, they're an express. No, not on New Zealand. They're an express train coming at you, New Zealand. They're absolutely scintillating on the break.
OK, brilliant. We'll leave it there. Thank you very much indeed for that. That is it for another week. My thanks to Trevor Dunn of BetDAQ. Join us again next week when City and United battle it out for bragging rights in the season's first Manchester derby. I'm Nigel Stevenson. This is Reuters.